when we need for November now, or free MPP.
Condition. Yes, I mean free, but metinum, the metatu.
Wow, party.
Yeah, metatu.
If all the executives, the current executives, if they don't lose, I'll form a political party. All the current executives, including Yabuabia Samoa, if they don't vote them out, I'll form a political party.
To what end?
To what end? Abro. And the name of the political party will be Abro.
When we need for November now, or free MPP.
Condition. Yes, I mean free, but metinum, the metatu.
Wow, party.
Yeah, metatu. What does it?
Yes, I. For this is the debate with the Munufi Mojidi say Obiahon Eye. Kennedy Ohene Japan Amayati as I say Obetiti NPP parties are Kopimsa party no Ebetena opposition. These were the words of Kennedy Ohene Japan. I did not make any words against Kennedy Ohene Japan. And as I mean Kennedy Ohene Japan Kabibia. Was the NPP party no Obetiti omo. Mama Ohene ya Obeti Abro party. And then Yera Alan, according to another UPR, any problems at NP party. That is something we are going to discuss by and Yabeko economy in Kazahon. Yabeko Walawale Adam Smith home. Naya Fedi Abese, if Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the most useless vice president of Ghana, a producer. Pacho, listen to me very carefully. And then what we are going to discuss and say, Babese, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Walawale Adam Smith, if he is or he was the most useless vice president Ghana a producer ever. Because he him how papa taunted and also an economist. Pacha one was NDC ebo aprobono. Yera to forcing never ever said anything say or ye economist kesia onim bibiaye. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the country the Ghana for some economy need a good team. So he had all the questions and answers SOB and the answers are all perfect independent. Yeah, my papa had the right opportunity to be the head of Ghana's economic management team. Performance papa performing here no. We're going to discuss today. Domu asuko. Na afide ewe hawa papa na dwuma nka so be Ghana no etie say nane da di kan me din ani William Monofi amankona. This is the debate with the Monofi ntebusan for nyamre na one mentena ende because we are be adwuma kese pa e de ama Ghana. Mokai say whilst we are campaigning before the 2024 general election no, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebisa Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia questions be bisa na very basic question. Questions in here.
70 questions to my Vice President, Emisata. He should go and answer the 170 questions himself. Indeed, he shouldn't answer 170 questions. He should answer only 3 questions. 3. Why is the exchange rate 17 cedis to the dollar? Question 1. Exam, he should come and write. Ezu, why has Ghana's debt risen from 120 billion to 767 billion in 8 years? Question 2, he should come and answer. Question 3, why is inflation where it is? Why did it rise to 54% under your administration for 8 years? And then let me add 2 more. Question 4, why did you borrow 42 billion cedis from the Bank of Ghana? Why did you borrow 42 billion cedis from the Bank of Ghana? He should come and answer those questions. We don't need 170 questions. 170, if he wants, he can answer them himself. But Ghanaians are asking him 4 questions. He should come and answer those 4 questions and explain to Ghanaians why we are where we are. The last question is, why has he run away from the economy to digitalization? He used to do big about economy. Today he can't mention economy. It's not in his vocabulary. Anytime he opens his mouth, digitalization. Come and talk about the economy. That's question 5.
Me pacho, what's the questions in here? These were very basic questions. But if questions into screen, so maybe I'll replay it back again. Because questions, are very, very simple questions. But oh yeah, question is kind of say, Mashara na me that two screens so can see it. Say ne be ya ubehu. Mama's 5 questions. Initially also money 3. And only 2 bonus car. Why has the cedi deteriorated in value from 4 Ghana cedis to $1 in 2016 to almost 17 cedis to $1? The Pachamu Kai said, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And the catcher the Ghana for say, or no Baba vice president. No, not Ghana's dollar, no $1 be no the co Ghana cedi. Na 4 Ghana cedis into a lock key no e de ama IGP pacho enyina ye kai se papai ene ka asaseme e de to his excellency John Dramani Mahama so those were the things Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na kasa kai. And the question his excellency John Dramani Mahama bisa and they say e ba ne say na dollar na we fa na $1 is to 4 Ghana cedis no akwakodru almost 17 Ghana cedis. That is question number 1. Question number 2, why has Ghana's public debt risen from 120 billion in 2016 to 763 billion in 2024 with you as economic management team chair? Or say, who now catch it say, oh, buy, oh, answer now be vice president. No, now John Mama abroka 120 billion Ghana cedis and that to her. E ban say na who in less than 8 years, no, and as in 8 years, no, what is our Bosnia Corona? No, I could do over 760 billion Ghana cedi. One are head of economic management team, the chair. Pacho, young Koso home. What will be some questions? Question number 3. Why did inflation rise to its highest in the 4th Republic of 54% under your watch as head of economic management team and as the chair of economic management team? And the Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and another Dango Kufado no. Inflation koya kodru 54%. Ti John Dramani Mahama ebisa ne se eba ne sen. E na wa wo so ye wale Adam Smith no inflation no e koya duru sa level no. But your question number 4. Why did you borrow more than 42 billion Ghana cedis from the Bank of Ghana and cause the central bank to post its heaviest loss of 60 billion? And people might borrow most yes, Bank of Ghana echo bankrupt. So that was the 4th question. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Edibisa Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. The 5th question of na 7 na 7. I say, why have you run away from giving lectures on the economy? Why has the word economy disappeared from your lexicon? I never from who say, what we digitalization man. But your question of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, ebisa wale Adam Smith no. Pacho, I mean, I'm money beam every day. Yeah, you better call His Excellency what could be Mr. President. The Pacho answers now open on Osakaye and answer on Sanka. The Pacho TNB.
70 questions to my Vice President, Emisata. He should go and answer the 170 questions himself. Indeed, he shouldn't answer 170 questions. He should answer only 3 questions. 3. Why is the exchange rate 17 cedis to the dollar? Question 1. Exam, he should come and write. Ezu, why has Ghana's debt risen from 120 billion to 767 billion in 8 years? Question 2, he should come and answer. Question 3, why is inflation where it is? Why did it rise to 54% under your administration for 8 years? And then let me add 2 more. Question 4, why did you borrow 42 billion cedis from the Bank of Ghana? Why did you borrow 42 billion cedis from the Bank of Ghana? He should come and answer those questions. We don't need 170 questions. 170, if he wants, he can answer them himself. But Ghanaians are asking him 4 questions. He should come and answer those 4 questions and explain to Ghanaians why we are where we are. The last question is, why has he run away from the economy to digitalization? He used to do big about economy. Today he can't mention economy. It's not in his vocabulary. Anytime he opens his mouth, digitalization. Come and talk about the economy. That's question 5. 5 questions. Tell him.
Well, I'm Smith in your 5 questions to pay. Oh, Johnny, Aquane Johnny. Hey, so there is a John the minimum minimum Chichio or Chichio, whatever now Smith time heavy. Hey, self-acclaimed economist, no, or Johnny. And an unacclaimed economist and amana useless. And now to forcing. Ama Alaji Dr. Munbo me aye useless. Me no boko ako hun sema IMF crying kasafa Ghana ho. IMF aba e defend aba say in the 4th Republic e bin see that. E ba cho he says the twen ya na answers remember. And also say upusu nunuma. And now tell the pampan. Into a second piece of a mood the questions and answers on the main baba.
I woke up this morning and I saw 50 questions to me. It looks like our vice president has just learned those things in the 50 questions the way we used to learn Baba, Black Sheep, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Because I asked you 5 simple questions on the economy. That's all. Simple questions that Ghanaians want you to answer. You go and respond with how many compost plants did you build? How many this did you build? That is not what the issue is in Ghana today.
So, yeah, questions and answer. After the Mahmoud about me and answer questions and don't so post another 50. Now, President Debbie, would you be say a question 70? And then me matter about 5. Why are you responding to my 5 questions with 50 questions? Nipa no bon. Mamudu ba me anti na eso okota akiri no osua de no onam e na o say tu mfuturo edigu amanfo ani say NPP en lose ba NDC ntimi an win but NPP na lose about these were his words o mamen kanita eso what me say ampa me mammo me homodin e na moto abati am no he has decided not to do that. Chiti, my whole side video no, and no kware o me part of me late man and kababo. Poyando so say president che won fanen kwa America ni bi. Na America ni ene obuko bi. NPP for a useless party to the sense say and the NPP aban na obiri bo ahe. Former NPP deputy general secretary say Ghana ko World Cup e Egypt. Also patcho the passport ko ya man visa ngo hebi. NPP ne poyando also patcho say Ghana fa nko US. Obetra Ghana wa na ahwe no. Ya do be ko wale no akọ hwe ball no firi ho. There, what's in your self? Oh, my, what you say? A group of Udomachia, a bronco, we do. I do have a call there. NPP there, Jimmy for party. Udomachia, I don't know. Richard, also Ghana is the hands of NDC. NDC in quite a bit of a ruling Ghana, Magana, a tumpon. If I join good, Captain Smart. I better Captain Smart, HH the moon, and some IMF. Aka. Ede afa Ghana by home. Like I wanted to bring the documents, but sometimes a kind documents a bibeka say boa. And you the encourage from independent journalists. T Captain Smart ye.
Number 2, senior. Say it away. Answer na IMF bebo abasodo. Na uko election. Let's say omo krokro. Magana fe so ho akono. Na omo timi ato abama. This is the very first time in the economic history of this country in the Fourth Republic. Sa bayedi 1 year pe na IMF ebo abai na baso. Somebody should show me any record otherwise, and I'll quote to that.
The big story.
Obin Chami, any other documents, and then I'll quote to that. Say ya me no kase no. Ye ka no. I am for class 56.1%.
Yeah.
A decline when projected. So by 2026, we are looking at 56.1. Also by 2027.
53.
And by 2028, about 51%.
Yeah.
Share Satu first in court trend year okuya. Na abaino aya fiscally disciplined. They said the omo yes I am telling you 51 no krebe for matches. Do you know what Mahama is doing? Do you know what Mahama is doing?
Oh, yeah,
say we are MP. Adena your friend no MP share of the common fund no.
Yeah.
Wa repackaging no. Or the bia be share big push os adenim. And or the share a feed Ghana nim.
Okay.
And or the share your friend say 24-hour economy nim. It's we are MP and yes wo kwa kwaji sika na kwobon san we yi ase biom. Na ban sika san. Your lot is within the policy. So you have to access that one. What do you do to no problem. Ever since I took first about well, so I took here.
And there's so much as your monko.
And she said, what's now shedding February 2024?
Big story 195.
And you didn't say, boss, I'm in Kakura, no, my good bank. Me, my haircut. Me, I'm a quatimity so that
I own your haircut.
Me, what haircut. Me, who has no my command shop that.
Captain Ankasa Nekao. Document from IMF just say Ghana's debt to GDP Mahmoud Bawumia the rising equal to 83%. You know, I drop it to almost 51%. The first time in the Fourth Republic, Abayibiaba in less than 1 year, IMF ede krataba ebona baso say moya ade mo mabo adwuma ato force in adwuma no. Meanwhile, what surprises me is say yeko election Atuforce never ever says he is the champion of economists in the country. Not only say adwen Atuforce me who say adwen ene edi adwuma. We will be the can say eni yare enye yefun yare. Eni yare do bi ehu ono hu, but yefun yare de hye oyam ti ehu. We NPP ni a ese o start say usu ushi alaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Kennedy Ohene Japan kwabena Japan yewura duchum ne bra champo ma ask them questions. Bisa more questions say but saying abra mo yede Ghana share mountain you people couldn't perform. We need to ask simple and basic questions. We are team Munia opese Ghana ntumpon. That is why I remember here mebo Atuforce and his excellency John Domini Mama any mama na Jane by convention Professor Nana Jane is head of Ghana's economic management team. To say that this year wale Adam Smith is when team yan so no. But you wish your man wa bon sama momo. To say na we subscribe and but you subscribe this particular channel. So what I say Kwaduma na yebo no eye munti na mete ha. Ghana for mun sorry o eye munti na mete ha make say. So what I say, by now, baby, we are about 12 p.m. and can be a Mada, but Ghana Juma and yeah. Because we need to work for Mada Ghana and to see who will be a useless. We need to pinpoint to the person say, Madam, for you are a useless person, and we cannot live with you by handing over the economy of our nation onto your hands. If I want to make again, no, pap, be a boko there. Yeah. Because if we don't do things like this, it wouldn't work. President Captain Smart is always at pain to say, I am not NDC, but he cannot help but praise them. Of course, when you are a private person, now you have Ghana at heart. Sometimes, sometimes we should shy away politics. Maybe I say sometimes, NDC for me kick your I kick their ass. Sana, ya pesa mamu echo. And it is when you are fair, you are fair. See now they talk about me. That's it. No, they were right on time. So what I say, late. See, I'm from here. Me now time is the money. I always say this is the debate with the Munufi. So me any say when we are saying it, you know. Now if they Ghana and come Nti yenye Ghana adwuma because yanje Ghana nsi ho a obi ani ho the only people who bet me develop Ghana are Ghanaians. Yen Ghana for no ye bit me aka say Ghana ye dia nti ye develop ye man. Other than that we cannot do anything. Emily, you don't want to comment, right? Ghana for Monserio, Ghana for Monserio, Wintina, Wintina, the young one can drink Mada, 12 a.m. and Kamada. What I say? Every day, because I do this particular live stream from Finland. Think about now in Kamada, 12 a.m. I think it's about 12:05 in Kamada. But we need to develop Ghana. We need to redeem Ghana. That is why we are all here, always making this, what people say we are making noise. And before sometimes, before I said, we trouble, my style be if I went there. We'll do what here when you say, because Obi channel and all, or for phone, I know do at them. And I got a very simple message from my phone. Maybe Quabrane trouble, my style be and I'm so massa. Yeah, they got a money here. We need problem be with you. So sometimes, whatever you think you can do. And think in Japan say, the rest of us we are about it almost come to be.
When we need for November now, or free MPP
condition. Make me say me free, but met you.
Wow, party.
Yeah, met you.
What's it on? I bet it because party the whole more than. Oh, here, like Dr. Mahmoud Bomi and one number all year and some more number walking. And Titi and I saw Titi in the when you're quiet, that's it. Because here, mind we need brains to develop our dear nation. Maybe I make say when His Excellency John Dramani Mahama second coming with Ophelia, I'll be very, very surprised. And remember, Bama Buon who said there be a Nyadia Ghana no will be a bit more developing Ghana. Because when I look at His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he has Ghana at heart. And our team this is what we call a vibrant team. Vibrant team, we got more opposition now. One thing I keep always blaming most of our leaders and they say, Yama Juma, as an what the appointing authority wants you to do. So I always wait for a leader or appoint you or very possess some level of confidence in you and then leave you to do whatever you think is going to help the country as long as it is geared towards the developmental issues of the country. But that is what I've always been dreaming of. And maybe you appoint me, you give me a position, you tell me, okay, this is my need to this is where I'm going, this is what I want to achieve. Help me to get this level. And then in every year you measure. So measure as you can sack me. But when now the allergy Dr. Mahmoud Bomi, I said they had some plans. As our plans was what the only thing they were executing. And to almost all the people that are now appointed me and they were following allergy Dr. Mahmoud Bomi to Amanam. Because they all came to be like thieves. And on my Ghana from but the leadership style of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, as I told him the economy nation Juma, at the end of the day, I'll measure you. Sameja Mfimi, the gold board Ashawonsa, yeah, Juma, at the end of the day, I'll measure you. Erika Jamie, the way Ashawonsa. That is how they've been doing. Well, and it is when you do this kind of things, that is the best thing as a mind. It is a measure, maybe at the end of every year, we're going to measure you. See, a measure on us 1 year, we kick you out. Yeah, Rikus. Yeah, that's true. Because His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is doing a fabulous job. Rikus, one say Atoforsin is doing a yeoman's job. He's 1,000,000 times better than Mahmoud Bawumia. Atoforsin doesn't brag too. I think Ato would have shown us where he's going to put the keys. This time, not to IGP. Of course, that is true. Because Abraham Mahmoud Bawumia can't say why lucky Ghana key the key na come IGP no. Winning baby. When His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, by 2016, Oboajuma put in place a lot of measures. IMF. John Dramani Mahama a project said by 2017, Ghana's economy was going to grow by I think 7%, 7 to 10%. And then the economy was going to stabilize. And it about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia better simple so catch it say why chicken the IGP no. He was singing on the glory and the praises and not John Dramani Mahama put in place that. Sana oye. Afedi jai papa na mai okasasin we 8 to 9 months ba ono ankasa me manage economy na. Na economy na te praka. E kosa gidi to no point. Afedi ye bisa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say economy na o say e boso ba be ye no. E dey na o ya ubisa na economy asema na o ka digitalization. And a school feeding program and it says what dear potty and papa no or person or children. Of course, because a chitty. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia they are bonds are way and here and ye and me in one say me or no and come many bewu. Because the most useless vice president that me my dream on the Ghana yenya allergy Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Me nima de quantity or time because obi say a dear quantity and ne opet osan be lead NPP a onya asem bi anka nkyerɛw ubisa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia o ene say doctor edi enti na wasen aba say Ghana for nsan to ba kora mawo ana o party NPP for to ba mawo na me lead party na onya bi anka because the man doesn't even understand why he is going on to that election. The only thing is NPP for ne di Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia chini nyina ye omo na omo di na do dan kwaku for the chia sebi omo wi sika na they are protecting sika omo wi say enchi omo. So they are looking for an avenue. So many be this cano. That is the only thing they are doing now. Other than that, be bien obi ma o metimi aye. And I feel the okofa kene do hene Japan so be kan ho de kwa ai masa. Cha na agoro na say kura ono de ken de nam kwa campaign kura hu ade a oye. Kofa water bottle kwa no de chiraman for say obi be factory ni bi. Water bottle keke kwa na ken de o na me be factory na ma form adwuma na de papa we. Kwa kasa o ken kasa too much. Akwano jo obi enum. NPP party we. Dio machia. Asem kwa na obenya. Rikus, uko ka chi mafia na na do dan kwa kufodo esu. Uko ka na do suru the word achi mafia no no anka say nim say achi mafia dey ade a e ono ha sem na ye kan so uko ka say kiri na papa ni su kiri akwano so mo na homoden. Wa bon and wa bon no kofa well Adam Smith to be gina ne chance ono so mebo na ono so dey buy bo. So his excellency say by the saying that the word economy aye everywhere no man digitalization asem na woka. Digitalization and woka. Enti you see babe answer questions very basic questions a me bisa questions no e wo hemfa na akwa no etia
himself. But Ghanaians are asking him 4 questions. He should come and answer those 4 questions and explain to Ghanaians why we are where we are. The last question is, why has he run away from the economy to digitalization? He used to do big about economy. Today he can't mention economy. It's not in his vocabulary. Anytime he opens, the last question is, why has he run away from the economy to digitalization? He used to do big about economy. Today he can't mention economy. It's not in his vocabulary. Anytime he opens his mouth, digitalization. Come and talk about the economy. That's question 5. 5 questions. Tell him. He should come and answer them.
Basic question. Very, very basic. I say when deeper net deeper allergy Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia den. Me sometimes men tiase. When I also who the economy dey go team. I can't pay president. O say I can't pay 9 so we be say 9 o ko fa him because when you 38 o say I can't pay. 38 now the 9 e ko so some go do some 47 and answer there. Me men tiase o ko kan say we nyina na NPP for esu. Say a person a chichire man ye di nyansafo na chichire man. Da bia me ka say if you are a businessman in Ghana and as a potential business person and now why be mu kura say be da che person we be with business, you need a stable economy. We need stable economy. You cannot survive in any modern country. And you say me who say be a exchange rate no say 1 cedi is to and I say $1 is to be at 10 or 12 cedis. What the money in China was for 1 year. That means me from planning my business. That is the only thing Ghanaians were asking for. Say 17 Ghana cedis in the Quran and I would do it to my peggy $1 is to 17 Ghana cedis. Now it's made enough for concern for 1 year. A business person be able to make you a better projection for their businesses. Importers, exporters, yeah, business. We can plan. By a 10, 12, 16, then you cannot plan, you cannot project. And one say under the able leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, carries in a stable. What is Obi Kasabim? Nobody is talking. That is how a reasonable person projects economy and build a resilient system for its citizenry. And then, why not Ghana or inflation? Because they who say, Sikasem no a jina faako ama me metimi the project who say okay and me could be a China akwa kofa nsuo kura na babeton Ghana. I can project and foresee the future. Say okay, me the bar. This is how much I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. This is what we call building a better and strong economy. Say be kwabranete ho wo ka economy ni kwa no udwane. The word economy no ka che na no udwane. Richard Kennedy the some kwa na ode na mo. They don't know anything about economy. Dr. Kwame said the last administration doesn't know anything about economy. They are a group of thieves. They only came to steal. That is the only thing. Because I said they were a bunch of people here. They came to steal the resources of the country. But how council then they come together as a gang against you. And then Dr. Mahmoud Bomianam no. One was what kind economy as that. The economy na yire fi na biemu kura. They have lost focus. They have lost track of records. So when you ask them about their own track records, they cannot even say anything about it. Rikus, the downfall of NPP was their Ajapadie book. And I don't ever thought Ghanaians were going to be smart enough to knock his Ajapadie out. That is the only thing they thought. They thought Ghana belongs to them. One would say, no, so no, mame. Sorry, pa. Why not get the Chief Justice? No, in the Juma. In a bona fide property. To say, or yet near Nedia. That is the only thing she thinks. Anything and they are permanent still, they be also call to. She should give us a break because we are building a better economy. And then 10 months now, we are building a better economy. That is the only thing I may pay me home. Ghana sika semni jina me manibaje because I'm in Europe. So me send this sika ko Ghana, I can project and see say okay. And then my year juma maybe 2,000 euros. Me send the ko Ghana a bit more to be a cement, 5 bags of cement. And then my year juma a bit more to 20 bags of cement. I'm me the year juma. Say me the car na ko Ghana say bia pese me bag Ghana na say me be bo prima kakra. Mate me who say okay me send this particular car na say me she pay this particular car e kwa me yi ni say because sika sem na yi say me plan me hona ma tutu me botuma who say if I can manage it then I go with it. If I'm going to Ghana na minim say bi o make me here be 5,000 euros and I meet me dinner for 1 month na meet my plan a project here. That is what we need in our society. Nti see build a better economy we need serious thinkers. And yes say be obi o kasa kwa obi baba a textbook man and our babasa I know a bit no kasa uja adne de man so untimenye. If it's if you have a minia I chiti chata one kwa wunya me so next election o the NPP for any mistake never Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bomiamra 38 wunya first no e be drop it and NPP members of parliament no do be hu na be yom be yom sini but you udim sini o se na we sini no na be yom but boy ni say na ba ko ya ti ba ko free ku be dua no abeto fom pum na wa yera ko but we na we ko ti we na we ko na be yom o do be say e be yom to say aguru bi ni yedi no Tahiru Yabokode. Al-Hassan Tahiru said Bawumia lacks integrity and principle. Of course, but one will say the word Bawumia lacks some features. Integrity. Tahiru, why are they? One. Ayera finagemo. Principle. Ayera finagemo. Common sense. Ayera. Ayera finagemo. This is never many Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Anka NPP race with Anka Min Kobi. And I told one of my friends, I said, many Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I wouldn't even make a mistake, say, me go NPP race. No, because they are now kwa. Or the let's assume, say, NPP for you, say, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and they be lead party, no. After January, why we any? They now be catch the Ghana for, because looking at how His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Professor Nana Jane, you're out of force and some major fuel for managing the resources of our country, no. And they now be catch the team when you say, and no, you have some trouble amount. This principle, this time you why are there? If you lack principles, that is how you do. Say Max, if you have a call there. That's meaning, say Max. And then now Baba can't tell when you say, okay, due to this and that in Timonto Obama, and as a friend now Baba tell you that and this your mama will not make mistake, then you capitalize on that mistake. And I say, oh, mistake if you ever can't watch them that. And I say, are you going to tell Ghanaians, okay, mistake we no, and when Timon has mama, what are you going to say? Because we gave you the brilliant opportunity for 8 good years. You build the Ghana economy, you do her. You took us back. But what are you going to say again? So one team can be there, and then we need those kind of things now. And came for 2028, 2029. So I started to say, Ube ditro for because Torana within the Daniano, a twati. I'm watching. Well, how you be able to there? But that's a minia. Oh yeah, this is the debate with the Monofi. If I chose the subscribe, yeah, I was subscriber. It's live on YouTube. Until you beat my subscriber, you beat my share and some of phone so inside can. Because I've been doing this particular live stream for some time now. I'm building this as a family channel. That is why I call it the debate. Until they be a metaka sa. All right. And I said them kind of if I chose say unya adi we be a me man ko adia. The company we had talks. Yeah, well, Europe link. Ni na description room. Any US link. Until nia ope bia no okay case any of this kind of ones bia the same company na year. But you know the market in the European link, European market no, they can ship some products, and US market they can also ship some different products. We mema de nkwa. Or if you really want to be happier, links to no our description of this particular video mo. Maybe links in that until we have the European link and then the US link. Any of them now will be to be the same. If you successfully order it, let me know. That means who say if everything goes on well at your end. So it's just gami when you do a bed no mabe a gami keke, you just take it to your mouth and you enjoy it, and that's how it's gonna be. Enti medase. Or USA, you can also get the same tenor. You can have some now. Which for? And the basic questions are His Excellency John the Many Mama. Ebisa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia when you answers no. That is what we are discussing today. What I say. We are discussing that. Yasamu. Obiba JK the presela. Yeah, na hwia enye. Obiba JK, you be the very basic questions. Now question that John Mama be saying the last one na ye me de. Last one and then na one dey me de papa. O say ba na saying and I would say the economy the own kan wasem biem.
Why we are where we are. The last question is, why has he run away from the economy to digitalization? He used to do big about economy. Today he can't mention economy. It's not in his vocabulary. Anytime he opens his mouth, digitalization. Come and talk about the economy. That's question 5. 5 questions. Tell him. He should come and answer them.
Very, very simple and basic question. Very, very simple and basic questions. And now, what one I would dodge. Watch me, Dini William Munufi Aman Kona. This is the debate. I'm invited into a debate with Munufi. Until nobody me engaging in any talks, privately or whatever. Then we do the discussion. They are Ghana, as he hope, because Yannis are Ghana, no Quabra, Nibide, and some Polo. Eba Ghana, as you want to was say Ghana, pata, Uja Ghana, Tomana, Udimi Yahweh. Adamu Isaka. Adamu Isaka, they don't know anything. The only thing they know or they are interested in is noise making. Dede, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and NPP for Kasa, don't do a Kasa. Kasa, de Uja Mamaya de Papa. Bao de Yasa Kasa, Java Moms of Mafanya, Muntimin Yahu, bon. Thank you for we do my chair, the beer, we have some for Fraka. But made the beer empire, I'm about to say, Gan and Ibia, you mistaken Kokase. Because so Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, because so Kennedy Hene Japan, because so Kwabena Japan, because so Brian Champon. Yes, Brian Champon, the fertilizers are hold as a Greek minister, Emano, or company in the good them. So, 2 years in the minimum and Kokon Kitty Kitty, John Mama come to me. Yes, in our buying the by the Brian Champon. Equia, I think Ghana hotels I can see I buy the Equa critic man. Yes, I'm fan can home. Now one G, and there was it when yes, hotels and for Yamani president, no for Ghana for Libres. We are Ghana near sometimes in same minimum why you can't just utia or start soon. Quabranate was a young for Ghana Japadi and Toman for and you could talk black man Cabran champion for Ghana hotels and you know for. Now one to me achieve this dream in was and the young for Ghana in Nation. Now me I met your own family labor, don't go down for no family good. That is the only thing he wants to do. Because Bisabra Champo said, why do you want to become a president of Ghana? You were following Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, all this, or why do you want to, or why do you think that you can be different from him? He doesn't know. So also also a businessman. Aboka NPP. Now Aboka NPP Ghana. Sometimes some of the comments are mentioned and say. Also Aboka NPP. What's more NPP change will be Ghana nye NPP. Inti kwa NPP na kwa chairman of NPP there. And I general secretary there. Why Ghana president? Because economy na kasa how yes Ghana the embassy get money none of them any message be ever home. Yes Canada Japan dey nko also adwe also obe critique nkuransa for obe mo akɔhwɛ adwe na hwɛ adwe ba ko bia be $2,000. Anya na mkan Canada Japan dey kai also go Rwanda ukɔhwɛ adwe $2,000 nti ɔno no obe yɛ nkuransa the same style nkuransa fee ma for adwe wo ukɔhwɛ $2,000. I'm say papa ebie no num there nipa be na ti wi so ukɔhwɛ adwe $2,000 and I say adwe bia afi na ukɔhwɛ adwe in free space aba na say there NPP for hey, asemo. How do you mean here? Go for way. Hey, and I say a pay. It's over hard way at $1,000. Mr. Dollars they will be a Hong Kong dollar, and I say $1 bay. My answer. Hey, asemo. Rikus one see Mr. Munufi. Please speak to our kings and chiefs to leave Mama alone to do his research and follow the instructions to the oral report. I hope Asirin Katia is watching what the AG is doing. Of course, oral report is oral failure. You failure. Rikus, him for the kind of Becca. Because you're henny. Now, so to Ghana. I said, you prove yourself, and if we are Ghana, see Kenya, and I was in Ghana manifest in India. Anyway, say you know, but I don't think so. He be a bit my cousin. I don't think so. He be a bit make us asem. I doubt. Where your you don't go there. Sedu Halidu say, good work, my hero. The only thing we in Ghana can do for you is to pray for your long life and be extra patient with we the Ghanaians. Of course, sometimes you will make a Ghana for because Ghana did be a baby how intimate dodge. There be a baby Ghana. And Ghana, they can't be a before so. I'm a Ghana develop Ghana and another than go for the can't a befaso. Quite be I was here, a casa, wow, hear me, while we be tea me, ye first a pa, ye faso, a de pepper, yam fa, quite pepper. Emma Ghana develop Ghana. That is something we are going to do. And I want to join that particular trace here develop Ghana, but this is the direction of the Ghana echo. This is how we think the Ghana should develop. No, and we leave you behind. And that is how we need to do things. And I'm about the committee is at 14 years young Kameka. That is why Dr. Mahmoud Bomia by convention the Ghana share in sa or now say what a fantastic economic management team or not down on a one team and that is the reason why His Excellency John Dramani Mama bisa a very basic questions when to me answers. Very, very basic questions. Into a neck Canada Japan say Obeti party if I bro party.
If all the executives, the current executives, if they don't lose, I'll form a political party. All the current executives, including Yabuabia Samoa, if they don't vote them out, I'll form a political party.
To what end?
To what end? Abro. And the name of the political party will be Abro.
Hey, Samoa, NPP. Say pardon be opposition on better opposition che papa opposition on be boho che papa ko e be di o ma bro papa e be yi so manga so mo party for na say di o ma bro because they lack focus. There is no direction in the country. Why in the party? Sorry, why in a leading party to the promised land? I mean, one thing I said to me is say who chasa who say wachi achia. Enti abaya otisui needs a vibrant opposition to kick their ass. Say monya diwe monfa monye say. But when you look at this current opposition, 87 members here, it's like they don't have anybody. And then the leadership of the party, just to go there, the guy is so useless. Can Dr. Mahmoud Bomia say he doesn't know anything? Just to go there is so useless to say what the area enye assembly man kura ontimindi. Look at his communication and how he was fighting with Abronya. Utim said this guy is so clueless, so useless. So we are enye. And I'm asking, a party in Paying for video much ya enye. Also be do my bro. Also a bro party. President also a bro party no be mo. Very funny. Everybody say a bro nya party. The Wisak has said Brajambo borrowed rice and maize from ECOWAS and he did not even able to pay back. I could away. Do much here. Oma bon. And when my dear Hammer. Sikanos or Mujini answer a consumption Mujini in a day. Much is getting in a deal. And if I buy a cat or no quantity for over 34 million Ghana cities, what this getting in now. Now when it tea, now when a corner on one cat, you know. Utim says the kind of wedding is here to saw how much na ebe was in over 50 times. Now, Pabrane back up on first Kennedy, but I could over 500 million of first Kennedy. A Kwabena do behind the over $7 million. But this getting in a Oko Council is my anchor because Amamuno or Mankasa Hunuso, they came as a team. They be a Mekase, Nanado Danko Kufado, a two position or catch the Ghana for say Ghana. I am about to do yet so come the end. On my he might not know that he was referring to a special group of people and yet to the whole of Ghanaians. Now a born group, I don't know, but we thought that he was referring to the whole of the people in the country. Not knowing that a group of people be unprovoked to be and no more because I say, hey, Ghana Sika ho, Mama Yanko Yango, we Sikano, Yinkudi. So when they formed a man and another country, say, Upe Sika they are for private sector. Then NPP for you say, oh, nana, why are they watching their coin? And then they all brought their own businesses. And this year, the football in the Besha no one can say, watch me creative BB, no way do ho. And the finance minister in the Besha no creative BB, no way do ho. Agric minister in the Besha no creative BB, no way do ho. Yeah, the NSS in the Besha no creative BB, no way do ho. National Signals Bureaus in the Besha no way creative BB, no way do ho. That is the only thing they came to do. Na ne ha bi ne say pagya Ghana nkuro ni dia na de akwaje bosia na so yadi me fit Tachima South Tachima municipality in the Bono East region yadi Tachima ni kwaje Japan loan $120 million sikani nyinadi kwa bra nefa sikani nyinadi kwa bra nefa sikani nyinadi I'm a Jameson, and I'm a boy. Kwabrani first getting you say by Tachima water project, be see and the Tachima water project, you can say. Ya who be can fire, see this kind of culture, Meno, see the quiet, $120 million Ghana cedis from Japan for Tachima water project. Kwabrani di, Sikana say, Oko Council as my anchor. And then I was say, Ora no, hey, Ora dear, go NPP party now, maybe do see a coalition. In your space where they Obia no be platform to Akasa. But I think I now understand why Attorney General seems to be so slow. Say because Udia go about you money na ma bedu ba bi no. O me Ghana na be empty. A prisons na say you underground you pay me kwasha. Say I don't think the NDC is going to fail in Ora. But that is exactly what I'm saying because when the quantum of the area now, you need to be extra careful to get them. And the one who said Kwabena Duba had the third accused person, no, you dropping charges because Osenba be defend Ghana by no, or Babe testify against Kwabena Duba Henakasa because where the quantum of Zika Kwabena Duba had, so I'm trying to wear the concept of bit more over 100 years on pay into a jet to Mr. Mundemunya and I'm Kasa becoming in baby aqua this Karina fire. And to say you need time. Because ultimately, the 8 years administration of NPP, they all came to amass wealth. They all came to steal the resources of the country. And he said, 1 2 months, I don't know quarter. Omonium necessary quarter. Uko Supreme Court Chief Justice be of a fairly go, no NPP parliamentary candidate for Ewo. I think the whole central or whole central and also whole west. Sapapano, no NPP parliamentary candidate. If you want no, and also be NPP chairman. Whole central. Nana do buy now the no copy Supreme Court. It is a one year careful now the same group we copy wa on message jaomo. One year careful now the copy wa on message jaomo. So that is why all right team no say Attorney General Tony was then you go with facts. Who the document in to why to the bam. Who jai ni pan enjoy. Other than that, you come back again and then you think say, oh no, but we need to work hand in hand with a lot of resources, with a lot of people as in a way to make jelly the microphone. And yes, I you Just photos. Just, yade. And now Maria zo. And here is Dominion. And so if you don't become extra careful, NPP for a confront to the sense that they were protecting themselves. As it will be so you know was sheltered and with maybe bulletproof vests and as if that is what they were doing. And the oral team no one team in case we have Bokoro now na ko okay. You need to gather documents. There be a case court. Evidence is the game. You fair no and go court. And so no be was na ko court no need evidence there. Don't even go there because there is this African adage say Sawachi Kromfo. I think I had it somewhere. Also Sawachi Kromfo. Na Kromfo ne famiko koto. Ese hu se ne bra ene ejeje no. Etubo NPP ni bia obati o. Ena ora team kura o chiri pa o de famiko court. O de court entimi nyane we. Utimu se bibi o court ho. There is an adage like that, African adage. Also Ochi Kromfo now the always say obabo no say famiko police station. Ese utimu se ebi a CID head panyin to ene bra. And as a crime commander not to any bra. Or cause of family court and a judge, any offer. Sana than it here. And the NPP for another mood, they are all thieves to the sense, would you go with Pion Win and Nipa Bessan? I feel at the end of the day, no. Not in an animal him for the gun and paying for because we are witch hunting. But we are always to a Yesica. And you need to be extra careful. And so now, Domako, yes, I did be Ubeniasem. Chiti chata nyaland de no kan Japan so beti abro. Say abro party, abro. Nti Alan UP no e different. But say chama buga say Alan UP no what no mbo ni dua. Because Alan the UP ne be say party no. So mbo. Akwari wa Jimmy o. Oso mbo. Alan dua de Alan akote party or the party NPP party ni na akota ache. Maybe be who's a particular video now. I say, hey, I always have Chama Buga ko tell you say say Alan. Wallahi ya Alan dia Alan be hire papa because or the party now or the abeti no or the baba hire and kasa ye ho. And for NPP party there, udi omachia you have serious problems. That is why we are building Ghana kakra. Intimidated they be a bumper ya his SNC John Dramani mama. Wow, him so new opportunity. You pray for them. Send a be a mine ye ni bit my chichira mine ama mine akonanim because akoromfo no wudi agoro no. The way akoromfo no asheldo mo ho no, it's going to take extra years ansana yetimi no mo akwadru that particular level say ubetimi ache mo. Koma bo mo ho ban kasa. Oma bom ho ban e na utie nso a enye easy thing. Wow. But sometimes my meme say manya chama buga ha my meme say beti am what ye chama buga o say Alan Chlamante ko mboboni oboka ko boni dua. Ade ya na sada menti say obi timite political party. Na kwabana ne bi so gina nchen say political party we akwa we atite ma money dua ahwe obe ha ya adwen. Menti bi da. Yes, NPP party no. Aya hata. Ena sebe. Omasisa sebe nkwasiafo bi di o mabedi party nanim. Ena sa nkwasiafo no oye omu bibia enye yie e o party no. Obi Chairman Buga e de na go di party nanim a obi ade we ho a obi ho enye yie. Pacho inti Chairman Buga kakra bi ne hwe ade. Inti Buga hwe ade.
Ya every party no because who Abubakari Boniface no the hopson adoye no party dem kasa na yi mu free party because of bad conduct exhibit here against your constitution na afafaranto ya de yani mo mo say omo ya afafaranto sa UP no kura enche bia de omo be court me na me ka cha UP no omo di ayentakwa na omo kraba omo afafaranto no
there be a party and what alaji
party fake UP no ya nim UP o UP ni na wu MPP sa wo wo sorry na wo fight UP na kire wo sa di UP di say wo di na UP sa UP no nya no wa he sa UP no nya no wa he wo yakrofo that fake UP no omo kuta no but yene ya lawyer for ekisa e pese on say dana dia wo ya bibia mra na wo de beye because UP no a political party registered da na ala kojo tramante kura mo nyawo so we believe in the UP tradition and go on call election now we lose election now we free party no say we free party no because we lose election ti we go form own party sanka UP tradition no obia ko election no lose no free party no and can there anka UP no wa he political party bia ebegis ni party say alantramante say this greedy person how we contain alantramante party na enko na nim
alaji wo frɛ alantramante greedy asa no pɛ wa nye fair team and party no akote
we are awunya
radio
we Jonas man MPP ya nu ya ho papa say ya titu abe duru mrebi alantramante di agro ya MPP ya be kazeno
afedi modern no men man
me mami kacha mani mini abra papa ala chama tedi agro the new patriotic party no ya be kazunu from the one ojo ne MPP na adie bia wonya wo MPP no ndano cat ala chama te
hasemo NP party no is it a chairman bugase ala koje chirawante yebabodi dua because NP party no ajimi for party o akwa we third national vice chairman of the party chairman buga yes en kwasa se munwa no mumdi party na hata ahodi bi anim na ndo da kwaku for the kai e do we chairman buga pa ono ne se okwa kesi obi in the party say they will say omebala ndua na evisa ala nchiremante be join NPP no sika bia ala enye party bia no omema na fia ba boni dua anyway we have this the debate with Munufi Bidini William Munufi amankona say question bia say me bacho in the comment section no wetin me dey about na salaka share ada wono ko salaka wa ozo ka wo obvious say buga aties so be bo amanfo dua nkwa wo ko fere salaka wa hwe bo dua be 50 na wadan mu 20 bacha wo pe we bia links you know is in the comment section in the description of this particular video to wa with a click US I use the US link or any other part of the world as well you see other one they find European link you know na fa order me ultimate order we are successfully send me message na bo mama however you felt because in your back any day nti we enye chemicals bi am pacho in your back na gami keke o the two ma you feel it how it you know nti in your banana e dey kakra pacho o nya wi just tell me Charlie me consume at the say na me feel ye we me ma de e ma de beba obi e benya de kakra pacho we ma de e me ma de nti ma misro mo oh, ubeti to be my boyfriend or who or whatever. So on try me after everything, you tell me however you felt about it. Say you feel it gwenza. No matter say. So what I say. Go no. I say after hard days work, and I say feel it me. I mean feel ya agrono enye. Send a medical can be Dini William Munufi Amon. They say if this is the first time I heard this particular channel, channel A the debate with the Munufi. It dia grow kakra. Yeah, serious kakra. Na for the agrono album. That is how we've been doing. Praise the Lord, say, yeah, someone away. Salam Mustafa is an alien in our midst. He was heard at a press conference telling everyone that the fact that I am born with two balls under my legs, no man is better than me. That's how I grow and this too much. But NPP party in a sad motel presela. NPP putting in a sad motel. For hard no because in say they are dream more human here human in the party no more the end they are quite agro di and more can. Agro nkwa no munimdi agro nkwa adwin bi enu mutim sometimes no obi say almost a party no what is the direction of the party? They cannot even tell you. Because party they yet for a particular direction to win elections. Ghana for 8 good years. Abysmal performance. You claim with 38%. Instead of going to sit down and think that their strategy never gone. Agora Bugedi. Agora 2 years Ghana and no could disagree for your chair. When you say that is the whole reason why I can the Japanese party no. I bet them no bet it
when we need for November now or free MPP
condition. Yes, I mean free, but metinum, the metitio.
Wow, party.
Yeah, metitio.
Party no kwa about to know when near. Or betinum no man betum piga. Bet it Timosa. Anyway, we shall for a name in the base of Hamidini William Munufia Mankona. This is a debate with the Munufi. Yankupon Yadoma. We will come back and then serve Mada Ghana tomorrow. Or Sunday edition of the day, Yana Damakoma Sopa, because we want to build Ghana. Ewa Bra Yasum Yankupon, a Christo for Akosum Yankupon Bano. Near them Piboning in Ababe Tamachi on this particular channel. There are some Ghana team patch. China, make it a date. Now, me intimate. Now, when subscribe, ya, we subscribe. We like it. I share and so my friends on Zakambia. Many by Jehon, Yankupon, and no one. The question be anywhere there. I think say I'll go for now. Peter, may I see you have there. Chidi Chata, may I say why are there? Kwame Ejimi say you are part of the game. What meant to move in just photos? Yes, we are for say and you know wait me me akasa. What meant to move in so 4-year love. How NPP we again as Canada meaning how you because I don't know why they came to do all these kind of things. We again as Canada I say no mom fa home. But anyway, can call it bibi aboko there. Nti wa manti ma modi bi answer me pa cho ya no da che me sometimes in 7 doors. What I say, Yankopon anyone tana. Bye bye.
Yes, I.
honestly.